I'm the Executive Director of the Mad River Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we are here for our next edition of Tailgate Talks. And I'm here with Malcolm Piper, from the owner of Toast and Eggs, here in right on beautiful Route 100. We got customers coming in. How's it going, folks? Getting a good meal? All right. So, Malcolm, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. So, Toast and Eggs has been around for how long now?
So my friend Brian opened it in the fall of 2018.
Yeah, remember that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Brian
right before the pandemic.
Yeah. So Brian opened in 2018, and then so he started with just breakfast and lunch.
Yep.
And then 2019. So he started. He was busy like right out of the gate. Toast and Eggs was like it was a hit right out of the gate. He identified that like there was a niche to fill. The Valley needed a good breakfast spot
For a long time.
Yeah. Right. So he did that in 2018, and like immediately I was friends with him. I don't know, just from the Valley.
Yeah.
I knew him up at Sugarbush. He moved here to do that. So he approached me in 2018. I was like, Malcolm, come work for me. I need a good front of house manager. And I said, no, I ski during the day. I can't be bothered with breakfast and lunch. I ski during the day. I run during the day. Like, let me know when you start dinner. So 2019, he was like, all right, Malcolm, we're doing it. We're going to start doing dinners at Toast and Eggs. So I don't know if you remember that. We were doing kitchen. We did pizza and pizza. 2019. I had zero restaurant experience. Lots of customer service experience.
What could go wrong?
I know, right? So 2019, we like hit go on that. And it was like picking up steam. Like we were getting good feedback on pizza and pasta. So I was managing the dinner front of house. I was doing like point of sale marketing stuff. Like I consider myself like a user experience guy. So we opened up 2019. It's doing well. 3 months later, no more restaurants.
But you guys pivoted pretty quick.
We did. We are very fortunate. I don't know if you can see it back here. We have lots of outdoor seating. So as soon as they let us open up for outdoor seating, we're like, let's do it. Let's open up, get the picnic tables out. So that was 2020. We did that. So then Brian and I worked together. We like survived COVID. It's like every 6 months, every 2 weeks or whatever, you're adjusting, adapting. We did that for another year, and then Brian was opening other restaurants up, so he was ready to kind of get out of the Valley a little bit. And so I was like, oh, well, I'm having a good time here. I like my staff. I love the community. I love being part of this. So in winter of 2021, Brian moved on, and I took over as the sole owner of Toast and Eggs.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
That's right. And here we are. We're still doing it.
So it's interesting. So the Toast and Eggs thing, so I have a lot of people always asking me down at the Welcome Center, like, oh, where should we go for lunch? I'm like, go check out Toast and Eggs. And they're like, oh, is it lunch?
Yep.
So do you have a problem with that at all, like with the name?
I don't think so. Like,
get it?
The dinner is a little tricky, pivoting to that, but that's where now we have a dinner with Nellie's at night. So it's kind of playing off Toast and Eggs by day and then Nellie's at night for our dinner operation.
And how's the Nellie's thing going? It's I've had some really good food there, and the tapas and stuff, and small plates and.
Yeah. He's good. He's like, it's just every season is just a little bit busier. It's like the summer people get used to us having dinner. The cuisine is a little bit different. I think of our breakfast as kind of my slogan for us is like just plain amazing. Like we don't put anything like super duper fancy on there, but what we put on is good. Like
mean corned beef hash.
Yeah, right. And like we make it all from scratch. So it's like we put everything into this stuff that's plain. Like it's a pretty relatively plain menu, but it's amazing food.
See, I don't think it was plain. I think it was really flavorful, and
it is.
Are you still making your English muffins?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those things are sick,
yeah.
right?
Thank you. Yeah, and that's been a big process for me, with no restaurant experiences coming in. Brian had developed some recipes, and then just coming in and like working on them and figuring out like what makes a good bread, how do we make it better. So yeah, the bakery is a big that's kind of like the core of Toast and Eggs is the bakery part.
And you guys do. There was always a fair amount of gluten-free stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep. So last year.
My wife always really appreciated that.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in the last couple of years developing a gluten-free bread recipe. So now we can make that in-house because there's good breads on the market, like Bonte Bakery is a local.
Yeah, for sure.
We did them for a while, but it's just kind of really the size of what they were doing wasn't suited for like our stuff. So I was like, I'll just make my own. We have gluten-free donuts, gluten-free breads. We've got like quinoa-based bowls. Yeah, we're very conscientious of that here. And Nellie's is too, actually. It's very good.
Yeah, it's really amazing how how busy this place is, and there's definitely been a decided lack of breakfast places in the Valley, and certainly lunch. Is breakfast bigger than lunch?
We are brunch is like our I call 10 a.m. the witching hour.
Yep.
So it's like you might not see a soul before 10 a.m. and then suddenly every table's packed. So definitely like the late morning is our peak time. But there's what's cool. What I like about having lunch here is you'll have days like this, like a lot of like weekdays where it's not really a brunchy day, but so we'll be sitting around all morning going like, oh, it's a slow day, and then all of a sudden lunch happens, and then all the people come in. So having breakfast and lunch is good. They play off each other.
Yeah, can you talk about a little bit about like what the lunch menu's like?
Oh yeah. So it started with, so we have our own house baked bread. So it starts with, and we do corned beef here. We have corned beef hash, and we've got.
Which I attest to.
That's right.
My favorite. Have I mentioned that before?
Yeah. So it started like kind of with, and we have bacon. So we started with kind of like a BLT and then a Reuben is kind of how we started with lunch. Grilled cheese because we used really good Cabot cheddar, and really featuring our house bread. It was the start of lunch, and then we added some salads, and then some of our like green based bowls are good for lunch, and then honestly like people just love coming in for like your afternoon Benedicts, like your pancakes in the afternoon. Like it's never too late for breakfast.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
No, and it's beautiful. The outdoor seating and the tent is really nice, and I like sitting in the winter by the window.
Yeah.
You look over the pond and up at the mountain. It's a nice view.
You can't beat that view. You got like the apple trees, pond, mountains.
You must be psyched to have Big Picture reopening.
It is.
That's
it's good to
thing.
like just to see people in that lot. It's sad because like that is such an iconic space. And to have the empty lot for the last like 6 months was kind of like, oh, something has to happen there.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a critical mass of just stuff going on, so that
right.
there's things happening around town. And tell me about like how do you perceive like the whole restaurant scene here in the valley?
It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough.
I've heard labor's an issue. Someone told me that.
Yeah. So I've actually found with labor over the years is Harwood has just amazing kids in it. Like every
I had
year,
a couple of them.
Yeah, good. It's good. So the core of my staff is very often like Harvard students, Harvard grads, and like it's amazing what they're capable of. And they come in, they're like eager to learn. And something I love about this business is like there's no like hierarchy. There's no like front of house, back of house schism. It's just like we're gonna get it done. Like we have a lot of people to feed. Like let's get it done.
It's just toast and eggs.
Yeah, it's just toast and eggs. So the restaurant industry around here, I am very happy to see like Afterthoughts doing well, Scrag and Rose doing well. It's nice to see restaurants coming, the new bagel and donut places we got going. Because there were a couple of years there where I just saw restaurants leaving and none coming back.
Right.
So these last year, having restaurants come back is positive.
Right.
Because we all feed each other. We all help each other. We want when people come to this valley to have options.
Right.
Yeah. The more options they have, the more they want to come back.
And it's tough because of the seasonality of it, and it's busy in the summer, it's busy in the winter, and then you have the shoulder seasons. And you didn't really close down though for shoulder seasons, do you?
This was the first spring we've closed in like 3 or 4 years.
But just for a week or so, right?
Yeah, just a week, and it's really.
You deserve a vacation.
Yeah, well, it's cleanup. It's like we're open 7 days a week. We're open 7 days a week for like breakfast and dinner. So mostly I get my work done in the middle of the night around here. So it just gets to where like, okay, we need a week to like shut down, pull everything apart, clean it. Yeah.
No, it's really nice. This has been such a great addition. You're right. There's like a lot of new places that are happening,
it's nice.
And the valley's always had a good restaurant scene, and I think we had a little lull there, and it's nice to see things coming back. But it's tough, and we're really appreciative of owners like you because it's a hard business. It really is. And,
it is. It is definitely hard.
Between the the margins and the labor and just the economy and
Oh, I know. It's all like you read the news and you're just like, oh, great. How's this going to affect us?
So we don't want to talk about tariffs.
Nope. Tariffs. It's crazy. Here's something I don't know if people know about restaurants, but like I don't know if it was just the tariffs. Something happened in the global economy where the price of my like takeout containers doubled. In the span of like 3 months, that cost doubled. The price of eggs can like double in the span of 2 weeks. And so
toast and eggs probably uses a lot of eggs.
It was scary. Yeah, it was scary. So it's like we have our sources and like we have some really good local vendors that we get stuff from.
So you're getting like eggs on the black market?
I chase them around. When egg prices go up, I just run around like the whole county, like who has the eggs?
You start having chickens back here.
Yeah, right.
No, but now you have to worry about bird flu and
right.
it's not one thing, it's another.
Yeah.
Man. So, what you have any other big plans for the summer? Anything different?
We got our tent up. We just got our tent up for the season. I don't think so. We're just kind of doing what we do.
Your thing.
And the big thing for us in this town is like wedding business. So we look forward to having the weddings, having the people come in just big groups to appreciate the valley, and people who have never been here before. That's what I think about. One thing I like about weddings. You get people who haven't been exposed. They're not skiers. So if you're not a skier, like, why are you here kind of thing? You don't know. It's a secret little valley. So yeah, summer's good. We just get a whole different batches of people in every week.
Yeah. No, it's good. And it's, one of the other things I was thinking about too was the, like things like the farmer's market.
Oh my God, yeah.
That must
marathon.
bring some people.
The marathon's big.
Yeah.
We had a bike event this last weekend.
Yeah. The Cranco de Mayo, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you a biker yourself?
I used to bike a lot. Now I run mostly. Yep. So I'm on the trails. I'm running with all the bikers.
And are you still able to go ski?
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent.
Not as much as I want to.
Had a good season this year?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That was good. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I heard it snowed a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, that's really nice. Is there anything I want to ask more about the dinner menu a little bit? Like, what sort of stuff does Nelly make?
So he's big on. So he's got like a little slider menu. He's got like burger sliders, chicken sliders, veggie sliders. He has very good entree. Like Nelson is like a master on the grill. So you give him like a cut of any meat. He does like steaks, chicken, lamb chop, sausage. Like, give him a cut of meat, and he's gonna like cook it just right. Where like the outside's got that little like crispiness, and the inside is just so tender. So that's his strength. He makes his own pasta. So he's always making pasta.
Yeah, I definitely encourage people to come check it out. Nelly's at Night is definitely pretty good. And I think it's a little off the radar for some people.
It is. Yeah, I mean, we experienced when I first started here and we were doing the pizza and pasta a couple years ago. It's a little challenging when you have a place that is like everybody knows it for breakfast, and like you drive by during the day, and it's like, oh, that's like the breakfast and lunch place. So kind of getting into people's psyche that it's like, no, you can come back for dinner, and like it's still great.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think just getting that in.
So tell me about, you've been a long chamber member as long as you've been in business.
Yeah.
And tell me what you feel like you get out of the chamber, and why you're a member, and what do you think it does for the business community?
I know you harp on this for this. It is very nice to have a community of restaurant owners who can communicate and having like a line of communication to each other, and we don't use it as much as we could. I know like the lodging people have a more of a tight knit. Like the restaurant is really, we're just busy.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware.
All just like, all right, my food's gonna go bad. I need more food. Yada. My staffing's not there today.
Yep, so I totally get it.
But it's just having that network where we can be like, hey, does anybody know, like, I don't know, like, or do you have any extra staff, like, looking for a job? Like, it's our slow season, it's your busy season. Do you want to share staff? Like, we have equipment stuff. Do you want to share equipment? Do you need this?
My ice machine broke.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that restaurant community is nice to have. You're always giving us updates on, like, just what's going on in town. Yeah.
Well, good. It's always like to, we're always trying to create vibrancy in this community.
Yeah.
That's really what we're trying to do, and promote the community generally. And in places like this, like Toast and Eggs, and in all of our restaurants here, and all of our retailers, and we don't have big chains here, and it's all small businesses,
right.
And I think that's what our strength is, and we really want to try to lean into that, and that's why we do things like this, to try to shed light on what's going on around here. So I really appreciate you coming today. Anything else you want to add?
Let's see. I think something you said earlier. Are we doing anything special this summer? We do catering stuff.
Oh, that's good.
We don't publicize it at all. But people call me or email me like, hey, we're having like a wedding brunch, or we're doing like the rehearsal dinner, or whatever. It's like a family get together. We did a graduation party last year. Schools, like a lot of times, like teacher appreciation day. We'll do that kind of. So anyway, people will reach out to me sometimes, and it's like, we do that. We do that. We've got like kind of a remote setup. We can come bring breakfast to you. We can bring dinner. Yeah.
And you have the Rotary meets here once a month.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we did that this morning.
I missed that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, so we have like a catering thing, and a lot of people probably don't know that because I don't advertise it all. But we're happy. It's always like people email me like, cool, something to problem solve, some like a new like part of the community to work with.
Yeah.
So we get excited about that stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you coming, sitting on the tailgate.
Yeah.
It's great seeing you, Malcolm.
Thank you,
and
Eric.
come and visit Toast and Eggs
Yeah.
this
come on
summer.
out. 7 days a week.
All right. Thanks
Cool.
tonight.
Thank you.